The fourth law of human nature: determine the strength of people's character. The law of compulsive behavior. And this is one that you might not enjoy going through. This is one you might not enjoy doing, but it is the most important thing you could do, because the people that you surround yourself are who you're going to end up being more like. Like, we all heard the saying, you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I've said it a million times on my channel. This cannot be more true. It also extends to the content that you watch, the media you consume, the news you watch, like whatever it is, it has an effect on you. And you need to understand this fact, because you need to ensure that people around you want the best for you, that people around you want the best for themselves, that you and the other person are both striving for the best possible life that you can both have. And this is something that you're going to need to face, especially if you're close to my age. Like, a lot of your friends are going to start falling off. A lot of your friends you're going to see are like stuck in that high school mindset, or stuck in that college mindset. They're stuck in the mindset of like, I have to go out every single weekend. I have to black out every single time I go out. I need to spend $100. I need to, pretend like I'm still in college, get as drunk as possible and be okay with it, and be okay with no change. And it's like, the person might have great goals. The person might be very smart. They might, have a great job. But if they're still partying every single weekend, is that somebody that you're going to want to stick around with when you're trying to build, when you're trying to start a business, when you're trying to level up? Like, if anything, that person is just going to hold you back. Even if they support you, even if they want the best for you, if they're consistently self-destructing, that is somebody that you can't hang around. You need to understand that the words somebody says are not as important as their actions. This is something that is going to really piss you off, and it's something that you might reject at first, but you'll see it. Like, I'm telling you, you have friends right now that you're not going to talk to in 2 years because you leveled up, because you got better, and they stay the same. And you're only going to learn that the hard way. You're only going to learn that when they constantly let you down, when they constantly invite you out and they're doing drugs in front of you, and you're like, what the fuck even is this? Like, I'm dead sober. This is weird. Like, it's literally one of the worst feelings in the world, knowing somebody has so much potential and they're just wasting it. And you need to accept this fact. You need to understand this fact, and you need to distance yourself until this person makes the changes themselves. But it's super frustrating, because we also need to turn the mirror on ourselves. We also need to understand that if we say we're going to make big changes in the world, if we say we're going to do great things, yet we're also going out every single weekend, we're doing drugs, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing everything except actually work towards that goal, then you're in the same boat as that other person. You're never going to make any changes. You might have the greatest ideas in the world, but if you're constantly just dilly-dallying, if you're playing video games, if you're watching anime all day and going out to bars and doing all this stupid shit, spending all your money, like, you're never going to make anything of yourself. You could literally have the potential of, Nikola Tesla or Elon Musk or Edison or whoever the fuck it is. If you don't work, if you don't focus, if you keep distracting yourself, you will never get there, and you will constantly be a failure. You will constantly underachieve. And this is a fundamental thing that we need to understand, because you could have the best intentions, but it doesn't matter how good your intentions are if you never reflect that in reality. You could be the next Mother Teresa, but if you never help out the poor, were you the next Mother Teresa? No. Nobody's going to remember you. Nobody's going to say, wow, what a benevolent person. Like, nobody's going to build statues of you because you never did anything. You could have the exact same mind as Mother Teresa, the exact same heart, the exact same everything, but if you never help anyone, nobody's going to say this was the best person ever. So it's all about the action. It's all about what you do. It's all about how you carry yourself. And this is something that you need to come to terms with, because we oftentimes like to judge people based off of the things they say, but based off of, oh, this is my friend, like, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to, I heard his scenario, I heard his story, I heard his sob story. This is why he's this way, his parents, this, like, we can sit here all day and give it a million examples of somebody that should have been great that never was great because they had destructive habits, because they had destructive behaviors. And these patterns of behaviors don't go away unless the person wants to make a change. You can only say you're going to quit so many times. You can only say you're going to stop drinking so many times. You can only say, like, I'm going to grind now, before people stop believing you, before you stop believing yourself. And we need to understand this fact, because it doesn't matter what people say. It matters what they do. And this is something you need to be cognizant of when you start going into business, when you start, making relationships with people, when you start, if you ask a girl to marry you and she's a drunk, and then she does this and then she does that. Like, is that somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with? Like, it doesn't matter what these people say. If they have a long-term history of bad behavior, of negative habits, of things you don't like, don't deal with them. Keep them at an arm's distance. Keep them away. It doesn't mean you have to ghost them. It doesn't mean you have to take them out of your life. But if you want to take yourself serious, you're going to have to put some distance. You're going to have to figure your shit out. And then maybe years down the line, you can help this person through. But right now, it's all about you. Right now, it's all about getting you to where you want to go. And it's something we need to confront, because I feel like now more than ever, we're told that we're friends with somebody because we're friends with them on Facebook. Oh, I follow you on Instagram. You follow me. We must be friends. Oh, I've hung out with you a handful of times, and you've hung out with me. We must be friends. Like, no, if you haven't had deep ass conversations till 4 a.m., if you haven't, gone on road trips, or gone to Wawa if you're in New Jersey, or Quick Check, or wherever the fuck your local convenience store is in the middle of the night, like, you're not friends with this person. You probably aren't. You're probably just acquaintances, and you need to really understand who is going to help you and who is going to hurt you. So hopefully this was enough on the subject. I don't think I have anything else more to say, but again, this book is a tremendous book. I like this more than the 48 Laws of Power. I might like it more than Mastery now. This might be my favorite Robert Greene book now, honestly. But it's a tremendous book. It goes deep into the psychology of stuff. It goes deep into the motivations of stuff, and it's really interesting to see some of the ideas of like Jung or Freud or Dostoevsky. Like, it's interesting to see these ideas applied to individuals, because normally when I'm reading about these things, I apply them to myself, and I don't do the inverse. I don't reflect them on other people and understand their motivations and their unconscious biases and all this stuff. So I'll leave a link to this book in the description. If you're interested in it, I would go ahead and check it out. It's tremendous. Thank you so much for making this far. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.